This Seiko reminded me why I fell in love with watches in the first place. You know, when I was a kid, I had one of those Casio calculator watches, the ones you would see in the schoolyard, plastic case, tiny buttons, digital screen, and don't get me wrong, Casios are awesome, but back then I hated that thing, not because it didn't work, but because it wasn't steel. My dad and his friends used to sit around and talk about their Seikos, those solid shiny watches with ticking hands and weight to them like real watches. And I remember thinking, man, I want one of those. I didn't care about the functions, I just wanted something with a steel case and that grown-up vibe. Fast forward to today and I've got this, the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time SRPE43, I believe. And let me tell you, it kinda completes that circle. Not because it's expensive or flashy, but because it brings back that same feeling that this is a real watch kind of energy, only now I appreciate it for a whole different reason. This isn't just a dress watch, it is one of the most beautiful, well-crafted, under $500 timepiece I've ever owned. And it's become a core part of my collection. I wear it often, I admire it constantly, and I think it deserves way more love than it gets. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through why this watch isn't just another pretty Seiko dial. It's one of the most satisfying watches you can buy today. Okay, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers and over 92% of you guys watching this are not subscribed. So alright, let's talk about the real reason we're all here, the dial. Seiko calls this model Cocktail Time for a reason. It was literally inspired by a cocktail bar in Tokyo and the ambiance that comes with that. And let me tell you, this dial looks like it was poured by a bartender wearing a tuxedo. The SRPE43 features a deep, almost hypnotic navy blue sunburst dial with a pressed geometric pattern that plays with light like nothing else I own. In certain lighting, it grows almost electric blue. Other times it sinks into this darker, moodier tone, almost like looking into the bottom of a fancy cocktail glass. It's just beautiful, it's mesmerizing. And the texture, man, this isn't just a flat dial with a color. The swirling pattern is almost three-dimensional. It looks like a ripple in the water caught mid-movement. It pulls your eyes right into the center of the dial. Every time I check the time, I linger a little longer than I need to, just appreciating how damn pretty it is. Now let's talk about the hands. They are Dauphine style, highly polished and shaped just right to catch the light and add a bit of sparkle, but it's not over the top. They are sharp, elegant, and they suit the dial perfectly. Then there is the second hand, slender, smooth with a little triangle counterweight at the tail end. That is such a subtle but brilliant detail. It gives the whole watch a sense of motion and a style that's hard to ignore. The hour markers are a mix of polished batons and applied Arabic numerals at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, which helps break up the dial and makes it feel more balanced and less formal. And can we talk about the date window for a second? It has that polished frame around it, a small touch but a really classy one. Seiko didn't need to do that, but I'm so glad they did. It elevates the dial without cluttering it. At the very bottom, you have got that Presage automatic, neatly printed, no fluff, no pretentious branding, just clean, considered classic. Honestly, I have seen watches at triple the price that don't even come close to this level of dial work. Seiko knocked it out of the park with this one. So inside this SRPE43, you have got Seiko's 4R35 movement. Now, this isn't some ultra high-end, finely decorated Swiss engine. It is not trying to be, but what it is, it's solid. You're getting 23 joules automatic movement, hand winding, hacking seconds, and a 41-hour power reserve. In a day-to-day life, this thing just runs. Mine's been consistent, reliable, and honestly, I don't worry about it at all. It's like the Toyota Corolla of movements. Not exotic, but it will never leave you stranded. And at the best part, you get a see-through case back so you can actually look at it. Now again, there is not much decoration here, but there is a gold color rotor with Seiko Time Corp stamped on it, and I appreciate the fact that they wanted you to see what's going on under the hood. If you're someone who's just getting into mechanical watches, this adds a little bit of that extra charm. You can show friends or just admire the movement ticking away after a long day. It's a small thing, but it gives the watch a personality. Now onto the case, and I've gotta say the proportions here are spot on. You have got a 38.5mm case diameter, which I think is just perfect for a dress watch. Not too small, not too big, just the sweet spot where it feels refined but still modern. The 11.8mm thickness is pretty manageable, especially when you factor in the dome crystal. The lug to lug here is only 45.4mm. It wears really nicely even on a smaller wrists like mine. The case is fully polished stainless steel, and while that does mean it picks up some fingerprints easily, it also catches the light beautifully. It gives the watch that elevated, dressed up vibe without going full-blown formal, just casual elegance. And yeah, let's talk about the crystal. It is a box-shaped hardlex mineral, not sapphire. I wish it was sapphire for a watch that retails around $425. It is a bit of a letdown, but that dome shape does look amazing. It gives watch this vintage style distortion at certain angles that just makes the dial dance. Still, Seiko, give us sapphire next time, yeah? Now, the leather strap it comes on, straight up not good. It's stiff, glossy, and feels a bit plasticky. I swapped mine out pretty much immediately for a better aftermarket strap from Amazon, and it totally transformed the wearing experience. Luckily, it's got a quick release spring bars, so changing it out is super easy. That said, the 3-fold clasp with the push button release works well, the one that it comes with, and it keeps the dressy look intact. It's not a deal breaker, just something to expect at this price point. So here's my honest take, right? This Seiko isn't trying to be everything. It's not packed with features. It's not a tool watch. It's not an homage to something else. It's just a well executed dress watch with a dial that punches way above its price weight. This is a watch that earns its place in your collection through pure charm and beauty. I wear this thing a lot, especially when I just want something that looks and feels special without being flashy. It's simple, it's elegant, and it's got its own unique personality. If you are looking for a sub 500 dress watch that actually feels fun to wear, not boring or overly serious, this is absolutely worth considering. Even with the heartless crystal and whatever strap, it still offers outstanding value. And let's be real, you'll keep looking at the dial and smiling. If you like this review and you're into affordable watches that look way more expensive than they are, check out my other videos. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.